So I went to the specialty industrial store and got a 5-gallon pail of this Dayton Superior Tuf-Seal J35. This is a cement floor coating. It is not a penetrant, it's actually like a coating, so it slides on top, so it is susceptible to scratching and stuff. But they said basically it's impervious to oil, gasoline, any type of petroleum product. So if we're working on trucks and stuff, this, they said this is what I want to keep that slab good. $400 for a 5-gallon can. They did help me out with a little bit of a discount, but very expensive. Hopefully it's good. I only need about 3 gallons, but it's cheaper to buy it in a 5-gallon pail than it is to buy 3 gallons, which they didn't have anyway. Hey guys, I've been working. We taped in the doors. I know it's not perfect, but it's just the best I can do. The weather got up in the 40s today. It's supposed to get up in, I think, almost 60 tomorrow. The sun's supposed to come out. So my wife helped me. We cleaned all the garage doors, everything out of here. We, you know, for this just hadn't been poured, it ended up getting pretty dirty. So we washed it with this. I did not use an etching product because the guy at the concrete store told me it'll roughen the surface, and that the product that I'm using may show that irregularity. He said it's mostly for polished cement like this. So we just went with this Rust-Oleum cleaner. We mixed it 1 part cleaner with 1 part water. I sprayed it all over the floor. We scrubbed it in with brushes. We scrubbed all the mud and dog prints and stuff out of here. Any debris, we washed out these cracks. And then I pressure washed the floor. We squeegeed it, pressure washed it, squeegeed it, pressure washed it again, squeegeed it. So we did it 3 times. The last time there was no soap residue coming up. So tonight is supposed to get just down to freezing, it looks like, maybe in mid-30s. I want to get the slab warm. We got the coating store said this needs to be 40 degrees minimum, including the slab. So we'll check it with an infrared thermometer, but for tonight, we got this running the extension cord from the house, so they're on 2 separate circuits. We got a big oil-filled heater. I'll tell you, when you turn this thing up to 3, it gets pretty hot. We got a box fan running on it just to circulate the air through here. It's already drying really quick. We squeegeed everything out. Really hard getting these corners. They just kind of keep dripping. We got this little space heater. It's the only 2 I have here at the house. The rest of ours are all in the camper, which is not here at the house at the moment. So I'm gonna let this dry until tomorrow. Hopefully we can coat tomorrow evening. Keep those heaters going. Maybe not the space heater, but the oil-filled heater should be a safe option to keep heat in there. With the floor coating, it is flammable. So that's the only kind of caveat with that. Hey guys, it's like midnight. I came out to check on the building. It wasn't really warming up. It was like 10 or 15 degrees warmer than the outside air with the space heaters going. It had dried the slab a lot, but I called an audible. I had a friend who had a kerosene torpedo, so I plugged that in place of that bigger space heater, and I went ahead and took a towel with some of those bigger puddles right here, dried those up, and I can already tell you it's 20-30 degrees warmer in there, just from that thing being on 10 or 15 minutes. That's how those work. They heat up quick. That one has a thermostat, which is nice. So I have it set to like 60. It should kick on and off here once it heats it up. I filled it up with kerosene. Should be enough to run until morning. So I'm going to get some sheath cable in the morning. So we'll check on it, refill it. I got a 5-gallon can of kerosene I got on the way here. So anyway, I am beat. It's been a lot of work cleaning everything up today. So it's midnight. I am going to sleep. The sides are kind of sweaty. That's what happens to these metal buildings. But our slab, the surface temp's up to 50 degrees. It was 47 when I checked it this morning. So walk around, you get a couple different temps out here. The heater's going, but it's pretty warm compared to the ground temperature out here, which is, I think it was like 37 degrees this morning, so it's reading like 40, 42. So I'll be looking at hopefully sealing this floor tonight, and that slab will have had all day out to dry with the fans blowing. It is a beautiful day. Humidity super low. I think it's supposed to get up to like 60 degrees today. It's already 50, and it's only 9:30 in the morning, so should be a nice day, nice hot day. Burn some of that moisture off and get that slab ready to put down our sealant tonight. All right, I am getting ready to spray the J35 Tuf-Seal. We're going to do a final blowout. If any dust that's accumulated with our blower, maybe that'll just kick the dust up. Might not be a good idea. Put some gloves on. I've got a Magnum airless paint sprayer. I'm going to have to connect the line. I pre-taped on my line because we're spraying a floor. When I got this extension today, it's $40, a little ridiculous. We're going to work from that corner out because I don't want to get painted in. I taped my entire lineup. That makes cleanup easier. The recommended spirit for this is xylene. Picked up a gallon of that. Also have a gallon of paint sprayer cleaner. Since xylene's really expensive and this isn't, this stuff is good just to kind of fill the lines with. So we're going to hook our lines up. We're going to pump any remaining sprayer cleaner that's in the sprayer out. We're just going to use this bucket and spray until we get like a nice clear result. I've got clean Crocs here that I'm going to be wearing. I just washed these off so won't track any dust into the garage. I'm just wearing like junk throwaway clothes. And then I also have this, which I'm going to use on the walls. It's like a paint spray deflector. I got an extended handle for that too. The handle is actually off of my squeegee. So anyway, we're going to go through just kind of clean up any remaining dust. We're going to clean out our gun, and then we're going to get to spraying. Once it's sprayed, I would like to be able to use the heater to heat it up. I'm going to see how chemically this smells. I certainly don't want to set anything on fire. So first things first, I'm going to try and just blow any little remaining specks of dust here. All right, I had intended to film a little more of that process. I actually set the GoPro down, couldn't find it. I just sprayed with the airless paint sprayer, just kind of playing around with settings. Definitely should have wore a respirator or something. It's you can see the kind of chemical fog in there. It's looking shitty here. It looked better over there. So I have to wait and see kind of how it dries. The guy said give it one 3-gallon, probably about a 3-gallon spray. He said we wanted to put a second coat on, wait and see how this one finishes. So there's like another, I think there's probably 2.5 gallons left in the cans. Pretty close to what he said it would do. He said spray it till it looked wet. He's having a lot of trouble, like even overlapping strokes. I'm still getting like some streaking. Some of that's probably just going to be the way it is, I think. This slab wasn't super consistent in color. You can see over there I kind of did like 2 light coats. It's a little darker in the middle. It got more like 1 coat. Doesn't seem like it went in as well. I thought that would even out more, but it hasn't. So definitely can see, of course, here just some general like splotchiness. Maybe just not applied well. To be 100% honest, I realized as I got to the end that the atmosphere in there was not very good to breathe. I was kind of in a hurry to get out of there. I put this box fan in the window like halfway through. The air out here is cold. It's not below 40 degrees yet, but that's going to be what we're fighting. It's like, do I want to risk putting heaters in that environment? Of course, that's going to dissipate. All right, I had intended to film a little more of that process. I actually set the GoPro down, couldn't find it. I just sprayed with the airless paint sprayer, just kind of playing around with settings. Definitely should have wore a respirator or something. It's you can see the kind of chemical fog in there. It's looking shitty here. It looked better over there. So I have to wait and see kind of how it dries. The guy said give it one 3-gallon, probably about a 3-gallon spray. He said we wanted to put a second coat on, wait and see how this one finishes. So there's like another, I think there's probably 2.5 gallons left in the cans. Pretty close to what he said it would do. He said spray it till it looked wet. He's having a lot of trouble, like even overlapping strokes. So I'm still getting like some streaking. Some of that's probably just going to be the way it is, I think. Yeah, this slab wasn't super consistent in color. You can see over there I kind of did like 2 light coats. It's a little darker in the middle. It got more like 1 coat. Doesn't seem like it went in as well. I thought that would even out more, but it hasn't. So definitely can see, of course, here just some general like splotchiness. Maybe just not applied well. To be 100% honest, I realized as I got to the end that the atmosphere in there was not very good to breathe. And I was kind of in a hurry to get out of there. I put this box fan in the window like halfway through. The air out here is cold. It's not below 40 degrees yet, but that's going to be what we're fighting. It's like, do I want to risk putting heaters in that environment? Of course, that's going to dissipate. All right, guys, it is much later at night. It's after 11 o'clock. This is after 2 coats of the ceiling. It looks really good. Nice and shiny. I had the fans going in here circulating air, but the air temperature has dropped below freezing. The slab is still well over 40 degrees. It's like 55 or 60 degrees. It was so warm today. So we're going to keep the torpedo heat in here. The flooring is already pretty much dry to the touch. So all the volatile elements of this have kind of like come out with those fans. So we're just going to leave this in here. Keep the temperatures up. The tank on this is full. So we'll check it in the morning. All right, guys, I just got home from work. So this is after curing for basically 2 days. Some of these leaves just blew in this morning. We have a lot of wind going, the plastic sheet is kicking in, but I'm not sure how much of this the camera picks up. There are a couple of spots where I probably applied it too heavy. And if you really look, you can kind of see some like, almost like a run where it might have puddled up a little bit. I scrubbed and scrubbed at that chalk line that snapped, but I was not able to get that up. That's okay. I think there's actually one other spot over here where I am. So this is where like leaves were on the slab. Nothing we can do about that. That's pretty much forever. And then I think there's a spot here. I think this is sealed into the sealant. It's like a dirty footprint from outside when I was painting. But like I said, that's it's kind of what gives it character, I guess. It's okay. As you can see, it really made some of these parts that were a little irregular. I think it made it really beautiful, but anyway, it's sealed. It's supposed to protect against everything. I think it looks nice. The color's really evened out. You can't see the strokes I made with the sprayer like you could before. All right, this is a follow-up, my very dirty shop. Follow-up to my November video of sealing the floor. This will probably be edited on the tail end here. This is this floor. It's May now. Just wanted to show you guys how it's holding up. You can see I do move things in here with like a pallet jack because I have a forklift now. So this was when the floor was still a little soft. I slid something in here. You can see where it scuffed it. But that's like, it's weird because it's like superficial. These are more, this is more typical of something that was slid on here. This kind of like catches the fingernail. So this stuff forms a coating on the surface, so you can definitely scratch it if you're sliding stuff around a lot, but at the same time it's relatively durable. Like you could grab this table and slide it and it wouldn't scratch the floor. Those scratches are from, these scuffs and scratches are from these pallets and stuff, moving them around. Here's some big ones. These are probably from pushing stuff in with the forklift. Sometimes when you're backing the forklift in or out, the pallets get hung up. So not great for that. You can see some little scratches here where I don't know how well it shows up. But chemical resistance, it's been impervious to everything I've spilled on it so far. This is like a spot right here. So there was I had a thing of straw sitting here that had some moisture on it, and this will disappear in like a day. This is just, I just moved that this morning, so I was seeding some grass. So if you leave wet stuff on it, or if you leave puddles sit on it, it somehow migrates through this coating and will eventually kind of absorb into the cement, and then it'll evaporate back off. But for the most part, this has been really good. It looks nice. It's real dirty at the moment. It needs swept, and I mop it. I was mopping it fairly often. However, it's been a little bit. It's been mopped. There's so much junk in here. This is a spot where like an oil sat and kind of soaked in, and that's not coming out. It's just like that, I guess. I try not to let that happen. And then there's a spot here where the roof has a little leak. So this right here actually looked like that spot in front of the trailer yesterday, because there's a gap in the roofing panels where the spray foam expanded that. Anyway, you can see it's already gone. It looks normal. You can't even tell it was there. I have been really careful to clean up any spots if I spill, especially transmission fluid or hydraulic fluid in here. I picked up this giant mop bucket at the surplus auction for $7. So anytime I get like transmission fluid, anything like that, I actually have a separate head for it right here. It's like my super dirty mop. If I'm mopping up something that's just oily, I'll pour like Dawn soap or 409 on it and mop it up with that, just to get it up off immediately, to try and protect this a little bit. Soak up what I can with towels or oil dry, get that out of there, and then clean it up. But this, I'll clean a little section of it right here. It's just a little bit cleaner and smoother than like a polished slab would be. And the big thing to me is it has that resistance to staining, so we're not gonna have a bunch of oil stains and stuff all over it. If this had just been like a bare slab, anywhere that oil sat, you would have these big splotches. Really fairly resistant to scratching. So like, this is another area where we've just had stuff in and out all the time with the forklift, and the camera is usually pretty good about picking up these little scratches, so I'm sure you can see them, but they're not deep. They don't go through the coating. We're still protected here. You can see where the coating ends right here on the edge of the slab. So I am going to have to pour cement ramps. I still haven't, even though it has been what, six months easily since I've had the garage. Fortunately, I've been using little ramps and stuff and have no trouble getting stuff in. But one thing I am concerned about, this flooring is a little slick, so to be able to get the forklift in here with ramps, I'm gonna do a broom texture on the ramps themselves. But if you ever worked with a forklift, you know it's front wheel drive, so a little worried about its ability to pull itself up in here on this slick floor. But it does look nice. It is easy to move stuff around on, so if you're thinking about it, I say go for it. Pretty easy to apply, just having that one coat, not having to worry about mixing things. If in the future I decide I hate it, then I'll do a follow-up video. But for now, I really love it. It's been down 6 months. I think it looks really good. Very easy to clean. Sweeps easy, mops easy. So yeah. Anyway, you'll probably see it in a lot of my other videos. So you can kind of monitor the shape that it's in. If you like the video content on the buildings, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to add this stuff to a playlist on this building. This is my dream shop. Basically from the demolition of the old structures that were here, leveling the slab, leveling the foundation, pouring the slab, and building this. So feel free to check that list out if that's something you're into. And thanks for watching the video. See you guys on the next one.